Yun. Pero bakit may echo ako? Okay. Yan. Sige. Rinig ko na yung sarili ko. Parang hina ko lang daw. Nakamax din naman yung input ko. Hello, hello. Yan. Hello. Parang nawala ako. Wait. Testing, testing. Pag ganyan. Yan. Pag ganyan. Hina ako. Ang hina ako. Hello, hello. Testing. Okay na yung kanina. Hello, hello. Yan. Okay na. Tama na. Huwag mo lang guluhin. Wakas. Oh, humina na naman. Humina na naman. Oo. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay na yung kanina eh. Hello, hello, hello.
Ayan,
Yan. Okay na. Tama na ha. Yan.
Ako pala hindi ko naririnig yung sarili ko doon sa stream. Minute ko pala yung sarili ko.
Bobo.
At haso,
Hmm.
nawala naman yung background music natin. Ano ba yan?
Okay lang.
Pwede yun. Ang time, walang ano.
Atin naman eh.
Ito na, ito na. Oh, go.
Oh, hello.
Hmm. Yung series. Ox.
Yan, may music na ulit. At rinig ko pa rin yung sarili ko. At rinig
diba?
pa rin kita. Okay na yan. Okay na.
Perfect.
Wakas.
Sa wakas. Pero kahit na yung kahit na hindi ko alam kung ano yung ginawa ko eh. Basta kung ano lang clinic-click ko.
Putang ina.
Perfect.
Game na. Anong
Okay.
pag-usap?
Ayun ko. Hi Keiko, hi chat. Hello sa 2,000 viewers po natin. So, welcome to our very first episode of Tech Insights. No, for this episode, we're talking about tech insights and our true emotions. Can I get an amen up here?
Napaka-formal naman ito. May intro pa tayo.
Yun talaga.
Iniisip ko nga parang hot mic lang dapat eh. Kasi yun nga, ano ba bang mag-uusapan natin? Parang first lang naman.
Tama. So, ano bang natin? Well, hindi naman siya formal. If you look at it, formal. Diba? Parang formal ba talaga siya? Kasi may tungkol sa tite, ganun. I mean,
diba? Kakasimula pa lang, tite kaagad.
Kasi kasi yun, through tech insights and through emotions. That's
tite.
That's what it means. Okay. It's not anything it's not anything bad. It's not the male genitalia. It just seems that way kasi yung pag-iisip niyo bastos.
Okay, sige. Bakit tech insights through emotions? Ano yung pinag-usapan natin dati? Hindi ko na maalala eh. Bigyan mo ako context.
Actually, hindi ko rin maalala. So, sobrang tagal na nun. Hindi ko na rin maalala.
So for context, 5,000 listeners namin, ano yun? Last year ba yun? O last year pa? Na pinag-usapan natin?
I think that's last year kasi nandun pa ako sa Bel Air.
So last year pinag-usapan namin mag-start ng podcast, mag-start ng parang gantong setup, gantong usapan lang, chill lang, hot mic style na pag-uusapan nga mga tech insights and true emotions namin. Doon napunta yung tite. So yun yung initial concept namin. Tapos that was 2 years ago and that was supposed to be episode 1. Ngayon, episode 1 ulit, no? Kasi 2 years na lumipas. Ulit-ulit tayo.
And it's been a long time coming kasi parang lagi na lang, ito yung plano natin hanggang sa, goodbye plans.
Tapos lumipas na yung pandemic. Lumipas na yung lahat ng mga nagpa-podcast. Yan, doon pa lang tayo papasok.
Actually,
Galing.
Actually, nung pandemic pa nga pala natin ito inaano. So, how was the pandemic for you? Wait lang. 5 seconds. Nawawala na ng battery.
Hayop naman. Lahat na ng problema.
Yun talaga. Ang tawag doon, Murphy's Law.
Alam mo, wala na rin sana Murphy's Law kung nagpe-prep tayo eh. Kung kanina pa tayo nag-login. Tinesting natin lahat.
Well, nag-prep naman tayo eh.
Nag-prep ilang minuto. 40 minutes.
That's well enough.
40 minutes sa loob ng schedule na dapat nagsisimula. 40 minutes.
Ganun dapat. May yan eh. Kumbaga in events right? Diba? Merong
Tech insights. tech insights daw. Tapos lahat ng topak di marunong mag-zoom, walang audio, lobat yung headphones.
Paano yun? Di ba, problematic yung Zoom kasi. Problematic.
Ito na yung true emotions part.
Oo, ikaw yung yung true emotions.
Yupi! Tandaan mo, may meeting nga ako na 9 p.m. pa. So, hindi ako pwede magtagal, ha?
Okay lang. Ano natin here is trial and error.
Nakasave na lahat to. So, sa next episode, kung next episode pa tayo, pag di ako napikon ng sobra, nakaayos na to, ha?
Oh, ayan, nakaayos na to eh. So, alam mo yun, since this is the first, this is the first time, syempre maraming technical, but we learn from our mistakes, diba? Like, parang how you do A-B testing.
Putang ina. A-B testing. Ayop.
Diba?
Okay. Sige. Anong pag-uusapan natin? First episode ulit. Anong pag-uusapan?
So this is our intro again. So who are you? Who is Gerald Castillo? Sino ba si Gerald
Tambay
Castillo?
sa bahay.
Wala.
Tambay sa bahay. Nang magawa sa buhay.
If you were
Kaya
Keiko,
pumayag na mag-podcast.
if you were Keiko, how would you describe yourself? Diba? I know, not yourself. How would you describe Gerald Castillo? Sorry. Rephrase natin. Rewind, scratch that. If you were
Cute, guwapo, laki edits, mga ganun.
Wow! So, Cakey the Cake. Yun po ba ang...
What? Nandyan pa ba siya? Baka sumuko na rin siya eh.
Hindi ko alam eh. Pero, may 1 viewer pa. May 1,000
Baka ako
viewers
yun.
pa. Ay, baka ikaw. Oh, ano? Pabalikin mo.
Wala.
Dali. Pabalikin mo. Sabi mo, Keiko, bumalik
Sige,
ka.
message ko na.
May tanong tayo. May a little bit of audience interaction.
Ayop. Audience interaction kagad. Unang episode, wala nga nanonood. Audience interaction.
Siyempre, ayan. Audience. Ang tawag doon. Audience, diba? Audience yun.
Okay.
Kahit na alam mo, honestly, right? Kung ang hirap makahanap ng viewers dito sa Twitch. Proms. Parang,
baliktarin natin. Bakit ka nagtitwitch ngayon?
well, hindi ko rin alam.
Nagulat ako dun eh. Nagtitwitch kay.
Kasi naglalaro ako eh. Gaming, and when we think about live streaming games and all that, Twitch
Bakit dumaan sa isip mo yung live streaming? Bakit ka nagla-live stream ng games?
Kasi nagla-live stream sila Arvin. Sila Arvin tsaka sila Alan, so nagla-live stream sila. So, ayun, yung makikiin sa mga tito. So, ayun.
Okay. Tapos anong goal mo? Bakit anong goal mo sa Twitch mo?
Parang ang ginawa ko talagang goal is to use it as a platform para ito nga yung natin, ito yung plans natin na magpo-podcast, tapos we can use this as a platform for podcast. Kasi pag yun ang hirap din sa Facebook, ang hirap din sa mga places or platforms like Facebook, like TikTok. Especially like TikTok. Medyo mahirap siya kasi meron silang parang in order for you to stream live, meron silang rule that you have to have a certain number of followers. So,
okay.
So like for example, TikTok has if for you to be able to go live on TikTok live, you have to have at least 1,000 followers. For
yun
Facebook,
alam ko yun. Pero hindi ko alam sa ibang platforms.
Sa Facebook, pwede ka naman mag-live, but if you want to monetize your live stream,
monetize.
then you need to ano ba, parang ilang hours or 30 minutes, I think. 30 minutes of Facebook Live dun sa page para ano, so that they can, that you can monetize the live stream. Yun. Actually,
Yun
pwede nga
alam ko
natin
yun,
ano.
yung yun alam ko yung monetization. Akala ko naman yung live talaga mismo. Akala ko nagbago sila na bawal ka na mag-live unless may number of followers ka.
Yung sa ano, sa TikTok, yes.
Hmm.
You need you need a certain number of followers before you can go live. Kaya minsan pagka nagla-live ako sa TikTok, ang ginagawa ko, ginagamit ko yung ano ba to? TikTok ni Jerby.
Okay. So bakit nga, like, ang curious ako so bakit ka nagla-live stream nga?
Well, passion, I think, or it's hindi ko rin alam eh. Hindi ko rin siguro I
Kasi
want to
parang
ano.
pwede ka naman maglaro ng solo lang. Ganun.
Hindi siya, alam mo yung ano, one thing I realized when playing, right? Parang parang ang boring pagka walang nanonood sa'yo. Yung, alam mo yung feeling na ano, alam mo yung feeling na when you're, naabutan mo pa ba yung com shop?
Oo naman, grabe ka naman. Hindi naman ganun ka, bata.
Ako kasi hindi ko naabutan, nakwento lang sa akin. So, etong sasabihin ko sa'yo, nakwento lang sa akin. So, yung mga com shop, di ba? Ang ano nila is, maglalaro ka, di ba? When you're in the com shop, naglalaro ka. Then, after that, habang naglalaro ka, merong nanonood sa'yo, may nanonood sa'yo sa likod, di ba? Tapos parang, habang nanonood sila, you feel so motivated. Yung parang, uy, galing-galing ko, pinapanood ako. So, parang ipupush mo pa yung sarili mo. Parang ganun siguro. I think yun yung yun yung driving factor na para pagka may nakita akong may nanonood sa akin, ganun. Di, mas gagalingan ko kasi parang nakakahiya, nanonood sila sa akin tapos hindi ko gagalingan. Para na rin makita makita na rin ng iba na, uy, ang galing-galing ko talaga.
I think gets ko naman yung sinasabi mo. Naabutan ko naman yung mga, naabutan mo ba Netopia sa SM, mga ganun?
Ayun, hindi ko naman. Actually, hindi ko na naabutan yung mga yung mga print shop sa mga ganun. Yung mga sinasabi ng mga Netopia mo? Tama mo? Di ba parang mga, ang alam ko lang doon, ang pagkakaalam ko lang sa mga ganun is yung mga print shop.
So, parang dati, yun nga, mga tipong Netopia, mga 20 pesos, 25 pesos per hour. Tapos, rerenta ka ng computer. Isang bagsakan, andun na lahat ng mga games na gusto mo. Kadalasan, mga Dota, mga ganun. Dati mga nilalaro ko ng Counter-Strike. Gets ko yung sinasabi mo, yung may nanonood. I think more of like na-carry over yung ganong experience sa ngayon kasi wala na mga com shop. Ganun ba? Ganun yung na-experience mo ngayon?
Siguro. Yung nagdaano lang talaga, yung nanonood lang talaga sa'yo. Para, sasabihin sa'yo, uy, tas, hello, ang galing-galing mo, pwede bang makisali mo? Mga ganun. I think it's a community. It's that community that's there as a gamer na you sometimes, not to stereotype a lot of gamers, but a lot of gamers would be very introverted, very, someone who's there, who's just behind the scenes, and then gusto lang nila at this nasa battle station nila and all that. And doon lang nila nalalabas talaga kung sino sila and that experience, I think, is what makes it enticing to to do live streams. Kasi yung iba, they want to live stream because they want to monetize it. They want to earn money from it. Pero I think for my case, it's not really about the money. It's more
Mm.
of showing people um, what I know, what I can do, and kung gaano ako kagwapo.
Back shit. Wala na.
At
Pero
kung
ano,
gaano
na,
kung gaano nakataas ang aking hairline, ganun.
mm, pero ano, curious ako kasi nung nakilala kita,
Oh.
ano eh, nakilala kita college, student
Mm.
government.
Mm.
Never kong na-pick up na gamer ka. Na
Okay.
yun, mahilig ka sa video games. So
Mm.
curious ako, when mo na-pick up yan, was it a pandemic thing? Or was it way before bata ka, mahilig ka na sa video games?
Way before. Way before. Mahilig na talaga ako sa games. Is it's just that hindi siya kasi if you see before, talagang naglalaro ako ng mga PlayStation, you know. Ang pinaka favorite game
So more console gamer ka?
I was, more console gaming. So last time ang mga nilalaro ko talaga is yung Pokemon, 'di ba? Pokemon, one of my favorite PlayStation games is Prince of Persia. Yung
Okay.
trilogy, that's the most awesome game that I've ever played. Talagang finalo ko yun. And then every time, Prince of Persia Sands of Time, and then Prince of Persia Two Thrones, and
Warrior
then
Within, Two Thrones.
Warrior Within, and then Two Thrones. Yeah, so I love it. I love that franchise, and I'm actually kind of disappointed with the new one, but they say that it's a look back at the past of how Prince of Persia was, of how it was a platform game. So yes, I am a gamer. It's just that hindi ko talaga siya masyadong because the type of game, I think it's the type of game that I also it's the type of game depends on the type of game that you play as well. Like the type of games that I play is really yung RPG, Final Fantasy, ayun, Prince of Persia, Resident Evil, Dante's Inferno. I love Dante's Inferno. And I was actually hoping they would continue that. God of War, another one of my favorite God of War. And also, ano pa ba yung isa kong na nagustuhan? I forgot. But yeah, those are the type of games that I play. Very story-based, very so it feels like that I'm part of the story. So it's not something that you really talk about. It's not really something that you go with people. But then came the co-op games, diba? The first co-op game that I really played was COC. CP mo yun.
Okay.
Alam mo yun? COC?
Clash of Clans.
Yes. Diba? Yun yung mga first first co-op games that I actually played. Right? Tapos after that, Mobile Legends, which I didn't really I actually nag-Dota rin ako. Pero that's yung unang-unang Dota pa lang. That's my first PC game. And then after that, parang hindi ko siya masyado nagustuhan. Nagustuhan ko lang siya in so far because I played Warcraft. So when I played Warcraft, I loved the story, I loved the game. I've always looked up to the Lich King, for killing everyone. So yun. So those are the type of games. And when it came to co-op sa Mobile Legends, ang ginagawa ko I managed to play it, pero alam mo yun, parang inaantok ako because there wasn't any story that I'm following. That's the catch for me, is the story. So yeah. So I think ngayon, I'm more sa gaming, I'm more out there because currently the co-op games that is available, right? May story siya. Like if we look at Valorant, Valorant has a story.
Mm.
Valorant has a story, even though even though it's competitive, right? It's competitive gaming, it's an
Ah.
esport. Pero um within that particular ecosystem, meron siyang story pa rin na kunya
May lore
paano
behind it.
yes, there's the lore behind it. So it's interesting to how I can follow it even though I'm playing it, and because the friends that I have right now are interested um in that game as well. Talagang naglalaro kami every night. That's every night. Nandun na yun sa
Mm.
schedule ko. 10 p.m. onwards or 10:30 p.m. onwards hanggang umaabot kami maka 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Naglalaro kami Valorant. So,
Ah.
it's nice to have that um community. It's nice to have that um friends to play with, you know.
Mm.
Tapos ang nangyayari pa dun, bastusan, ganun, di ba?
Yep.
It's entertaining. Narinig ko di ba? You were there nung naglalaro ka. So, it's a fun experience. It's something that now, lalo na stress sa work, stress sa kung anong bagay, sa lahat ng bagay na nasa it's a place where you can retreat out of the kind of the real world and then just be there, have fun. Yun.
Doon ako na-curious parang bakit? Doon ako na-curious dun sa why na paano ka nakapaglaro pa. Kasi knowing your schedule, professor ka sa Lasal. Tapos may work ka pa sa agency. Like, how do you fit that into your schedule?
Wala. Talagang i-divide mo talaga yung sarili mo. You're gonna have to make sure that, at the end of the day, if you're going to do this thing, dapat nandun ka. So, since naka-schedule na yun, yung time na yun for playing, for de-stressing or decompressing, right? So, sa schedule na naka-allot dun sa work, dapat gawin mo. Gawin mo agad. Gawin mo lahat ng kailangang magawa. If not, di ba? Parang mo yun it's going to be like a negative reinforcement for you. Kasi parang, pag hindi mo nagawa yun, di mas stress ka.
Bawal ka maglaro.
Oo. Di ba? Mas stress ka pa. So, ayaw mo ma-stress ng malala Kasi pag na-stress ka ng malala, mangyari dun, everyone around you, right? Everyone around you will feel it. Everyone around you will know na you're stressed. Kasi diba when your head is hot, your emotions run hot. When your emotions run hot, your words run hot. When your words run hot, your actions run hot. So everything just follows through. Kumbaga, it's the wheel of karma.
Like, speaking of agency life, kumusta ang agency life for you?
No comments. Kasi hindi pa ako hindi pa ako fully resigned
in-expect mo ba yan nung naghahanap ka ng agency na magiging ganyan yung work mo? Ano ulit yung work mo sa agency mo ngayon?
Before yung
ngayon? Ano yung work mo ngayon sa agency?
I'm social listening and reporting lead. It's a reporting basically of data. Agency life, I mean, it's okay. I feel that it's okay. It's amazing. If I were in your agency, I feel like I would have fun. I would have fun because I know for a fact that I know that you know where I should be in your agency. So, but what happened here is that in my current agency is that I was placed in a position where I was limited I was
Mm.
limited in um how creative I can be. I can read data, I can do all of that. But if it's limited to just performance reports, parang gusto
Mm.
kong there's that drive in me that I want to be able to execute a particular recommendation that I have. Or if I do make a recommendation, I want to make sure that that particular recommendation works or is working.
Mm.
Just so that I can tell whether I made the right recommendation, whether I have the right recommendation, or whether I've read the data correctly. Pero ang nangyayari kasi here is that I'm so limited. Ang kailangan ko lang gawin is performance report. I'm just supposed to read the data, say how the social media channels perform organically pa, and then recommend things that would improve their performance. Pero even if I recommend, alam mo yung parang they're just putting it as moot. Na parang, okay, you recommended this, okay, but parang they're still going to decide na, sige na nga. Parang ganun pa yung nangyayari. Sige na nga. Ano na natin to recommendations. So yeah. So, that was a limiting factor and I didn't like it. I felt like my skills and expertise were really not a match for that particular aspect.
Ang pagkakilala ko sa'yo, kasi nasa marketing agency ka, parang yun nga, sabi mo nga, parang hindi tama yung role mo ngayon for you. Parang you're more of the creative type nga eh. Like knowing you, like you're more of the creative type. Yun ang gusto makita nga na execution mo. Na yung ideas mo talaga brought to life. Something like that. So it's not a fun experience. Yeah.
I'm a strategist at nature. Parang what I always strive to do is try to solve a particular problem. I think that's why I'm a professor as well. If a lot of people would think that a professor is just someone who teaches, someone who do lectures, but a professor is that teaching should be just a second nature, because a professor should a professor should be a researcher first before being a teacher. Kasi if you don't know what you're talking, if you're not someone who seeks, if you're not someone who seeks a particular gap in let's say in a behavior, then parang wala yung curiosity mo. So if you don't have that particular curiosity in whatever you do, you're not a seeker. And if you're not a seeker, right, then parang your knowledge is so limited at this particular box that you're not seeking other things outside of the box.
I have a different perspective eh. Like sa professors naman. Like, yung secondary and teacher, yes, tama ka. Pero primarily, parang you need to be doing exactly what you're teaching. Like for me, coming from a marketing agency, I know for a fact na ang ituturo ko lang dapat for me is marketing. So I think yung sa researcher, definitely for mga theoretical based na mga tinuturo, you're doing research for that. Yeah, sure, parang researcher first. Pero if for me naman, like yun nga, whether it be marketing or business, I need to be a businessman first, or I need to be in a marketing agency, or I need to be doing marketing first before I actually teach that. Because if I don't have context on the actual applications of something, ano ituturo ko? Parang theoretical. Parehas lang tayo nagtuturuan. Parang gano'n. Diba? So, yun yung tingin ko naman.
Well, ganun din naman yung ko. I mean, when I say research, right? When I say research, it's not just theoretical research that I do. It's not just that. It's kasi look, I have this perspective that if you are saying something that is not within your experience, right? If it's not
Mm.
within your experience, then what you're saying is a lie, kumbaga,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Because how can you say something hurts if you haven't really experienced it? Oo,
Mhm.
sinabi ng research journal, sinabi you heard it from your Marites channel, 'di ba? You heard it from
Yep.
you heard it from your friends, you heard it from your families.
Mm.
Pero firsthand you did not experience it. How do you know? Yeah, how do you
Mhm.
know? So for me, researching is not just looking at it in just searching. It's not just about it's not just about making sure that you know it theoretically or you know it conceptually, but really understanding it and really experiencing it for yourself, so that at the end of the day, uh you can tell you can
Mhm.
tell, for in my case, you can tell my students, I can tell my students, oh, this is what happened in this particular experience because I've experienced it before. Parang
Mhm.
yung sinabi mo, parang yung mga ibang tao, di ba, nanghihingi sila ng nanghihingi sila ng advice sa
Hmm.
sa friends nila, relationship advice. Let's say
Hmm.
manghihingi ka ng relationship advice, tapos yung hinihingan mo ng relationship advice is either wala hindi pa
Walang
nakakapag-relationship, or is in a very bad relationship. So parang die. Tama ba
Hmm.
yan?
Makes sense naman. Exactly. Yun yung well, kaya galit ako sa mga schools. Eh, kaya lagi akong sinisipa ng mga college na pinapasukan
Ay,
ko.
so ikaw
Pero
ba,
yeah.
paano ba yung ikaw, ano ba
Mm.
yung pinaka perspective mo that made you really, I know I've heard it 1,000 times, but really we're looking at the true emotions, 'di ba? Ano ba yung mga ano ba yung mga
Mm.
emotions that really drove you to um to not have faith in the education system?
It's not that I don't have faith in the education system. I think it could be improved pa drastically.
Ah,
Kasi like majority of the people that taught me, for example, I was in an entrepreneurship course eh. Majority of the people that taught us were not entrepreneurs. Majority of the people there did not have the actual experience to run a business.
mm,
And uh, lagi kong sinasabi, I could say for a fact na after I graduated, I'd say 99%. Sabi na lang naman natin 95% ng pinag-aralan ko hindi ko nagamit.
mm,
Like I had to go out and actually learn how to run a business. And I think it's less of the education system nga. It's more of like a failure of the people who are teaching us.
mm,
So yun lang, yun naman yung naging perspective ko. That's why I always strive to come up with a way na how do I transfer yung knowledge ko, or how do I transfer other people's actual experiences or other people's knowledge, like real business people, real entrepreneurs, to yung mga students, yung mga baguhan, yung mga hindi pa nagpapatakbo ng business. So yun yung hinahanap-hanap ko ever since. The reason why parang I helped with an org sa school namin to do exactly that, to bring people, to bring students to sa Manila, kasi napansin namin dami nagsusulputang startups doon. Kilalanin niyo yung mga startups, rekta, mga ganun. It's the reason why I started the business mismo,
mm,
kasi gusto kong ma-experience firsthand talaga. Like, I want to become an entrepreneur. Parang the only way I could learn how to become an entrepreneur is to become an entrepreneur. Parang ganun. Instead of like parang sitting down, taking tests, listening sa professors namin na hindi pa naman na-experience yun. So, might as well talagang go out there, experience it firsthand. So, yun yung nangyari sa akin.
masasabi mo ba that during your last, kasi 'di ba, nag-graduate ka naman you graduated.
Mm.
So, hail whoever's up there, but na ano ka, graduate ka naman. Uh,
Mm.
So would you say that during that time that you were in that school, what motivated you to actually finish? Kasi sinasabi mo that you had that drive na parang kailangan na-experience muna nila to, na-experience nila yung
Mm.
bago. Kumbaga, you were you were looking for that truth. You were looking for that authenticity in what they
Mhm.
are teaching. Kumbaga, it's same. But were you able to find that in your last in your last school? Kaya parang naging nagkaroon ka ng motivation to actually graduate from that school.
Well, it was I'd say it was twofold.
Mm.
So, parang one side of it was yung nga, during sa college ko, na-graduatean ko sa Mapua Malayan Colleges, Laguna. Name
Be
drop na.
proud, be proud.
Nung time na graduate ako doon, nakakadalawang kick out na ako sa
On
previous schools.
i-name drop mo rin para para fair.
De La Salle Des Marinas at De La Salle Canlubang /STC /Taft Extension. Ano na ba pangalan ng La Salle Canlubang ngayon?
Laguna Campus.
Laguna Campus. O yan. Ilang beses na ako sinipa. Sabi ko, might as well tapusin ko na to. Kasi sayang naman yung like 2-3 taon na nasayang ko. Might as well tapusin na rin to, ganyan. So that was one side of it. The other side of it naman, nung last year ko sa college, hindi ko tinuloy-tuloy yun. I had a semester na nag-stop ako. Alam mo ba yan?
Totoo ba?
Nag-stop ako for one sem. Kasi I attended an alternative school.
Hindi ko alam
Watson
yun.
University.
Yeah. I know that.
Yung
But
Watson.
I thought it was like a parang extracurricular thing. It's not something
No.
that you drop. You have a low of 4.
It was an alternative course na I took sa QC. I stayed there sa QC for like almost 2 months. And yun, hindi ko naman yung tinake, parang hindi ko siya pwedeng i-take simultaneously with sa Mapua. So, yun, tinake ko muna yung sa Watson, and that was where I learned, like in those 2 months na I was in Watson University, yung curriculum nila, straight from Boulder, Colorado. The curriculum was how to start your business, and how to parang scale your business. The professors, the teachers there were actual entrepreneurs, actual startup people na kinuha ng school na yun to teach us talagang, ito may startup ako tinatayo, ito yung natutunan ko so far, I'll teach you. Parang ganun yung mindset ng mga professors doon, kumbaga. So, in those 2 months, mas marami akong natutunan in the like 6 years na nasa college ako. So, ganun yung nakuha ko from there. It motivated me na parang, sige, like I was in my last year of college, tapusin ko na to para I could get that out of the way and actually like start a business. So ganun yung naging mindset ko.
How did you end up there? You know, paano mo siya nahanap? Were you like really actively seeking for something like that, or parang it just dropped, God just dropped it in
Yeah, it was an opportunity that parang came across dahil dun sa isang org. Yun nga, isang org na tinutulungan ko, yung Entrepreneur Society. Si Watson University, nag-partner doon or something, and they were seeking out students para to attend Watson University. Came across it, tapos sabi ko, why not? Parang it seems like something different for me to parang like learn more about business nga. It was just 2 months. I had to convince my parents pa na stop muna ako one sem para lang i-take to. And pinagbigyan na ako. So, I took it, and yun nga, parang sobrang siya, it was like a different world talaga from learning inside a university. Kasi parang learning inside a university, yun nga, very theoretical. Parang try mo to, ito tuturo ko sa'yo. Tapos yung thesis namin was like start a business na it was parang like start a business, any business, parang gano'n. As compared to si Watson University naman, parang what we were taught was find the problem, build a
Mm.
solution. Simple as that. Parang it was what guided us as entrepreneurs na parang you're here not just to make money. Money is a side effect of you building solutions for people's problems. And it was a very social centric na mindset when it comes to starting a business. And that was exactly what I did.
Yun yung ano no? Um, yun yung chicken skin no? That was your very first business, right? If I'm not
Yun
mistaken.
yung nasa sa Mapua na parang like start any business lang. Parang
Oo.
yun, nag food bazaar lang ako. Nag-bazaar lang ako for
Oo.
that. Pero for
I love that
watching,
chicken skin. I love that.
yun, parang may ma-business ka lang, yun yung sa Mapua. Pero for watching university, I was more on the tech side. Parang yung pinaka-initial, one of my first ever businesses talaga was a social calendar app.
Yeah.
Which was yung Sked. Yan, naalala mo yun.
I love that.
Yun. So, I was trying to solve the problem of yung org namin na we were all, parang hindi synchronized yung schedules and we wanted to come up with meetings and we wanted to meet up, parang with people across the Philippines. Kasi parang from different parts of the Philippines kami. So, I wanted to sync up our schedules. And that was around 2014, 2015 ba yun? So, during that time, wala pa yung mga, yung mga Facebook Messenger polls na yung scheduling, ganyan. Wala pa yung Google Calendar na yung mga invite links, mga ganun. Wala pa. So, I wanted to be at the forefront dun.
Ano nga nangyari dun? You know, that was when you were talking about it before, it was an interesting it was an interesting um thing. But you know, ano nangyari dun? Bakit parang biglang nawala? Was it Kasi di ba I remember you managed to get investments for it, di ba?
Hindi, that was for my agency na yung investments. Yung sa social calendar app, I realized na hindi pa ako ready. Lang idea sa tech, I wanted to push pero I didn't have an idea pa parang how to actually run a business. That was the reason why I started. So, drinop ko muna yun. Parang may prototype na kami and everything. Pero drinop ko muna yun kasi I realized na I wasn't ready. That was the reason why I started an agency, digital marketing agency kasi nagsimula ako nun mag-isa lang. Trinay ko lang mag-isa. Nung natututo na ako, doon ko lang in-scale. Pero yung kid, wala talaga.
So, ano yung mo? Kasi pa iba yung from an app, you know, from developing a startup for an
True.
app. Tapos, biglang agency. Ano yung transition there? What's that gap there that happened there?
Kasi, paulit-ulit ko nung nakakwento to. Alam mo na to. Ito yung mga nasa talk ko. Pero, like, yun na nga parang to give context nga dun sa gap na yun. Na-realize ko, patapos na ako sa college, wala pa akong business. Gusto ko mag-business, di ba, for the longest time. And nagiging desperate na ako. So sabi ko, yun na nga, parang going back to my roots, ano ba yung alam kong gawin? Ano ba yung kaya kong gawin na pwede kong mapresenta sa mundo, baka may bumili. Parang yun yung mindset ko. So, I started with building websites. Kasi marunong na ako. Tapos, ang ginawa ko is, naghanap-hanap ako ng mga kliyente. Yun na nga, parang like, I tried looking for a particular industry or niche na baka might be interested in buying or like in building a website. So, ang first, for some reason, naging idea ko was golf clubs. Kasi, matatanda yung nagpapatakbo ng mga golf clubs and they had a lot of resources to parang improve their brand in some ways, ganyan. So, I started cold calling golf clubs around NCR and around Luzon basically. And may isang pumatos, si Manila Golf Club. They became my first client and that's when I realized na wait, parang posible parang there's someone bought from me for the first time. Maybe this is something I could turn into a business. Which eventually nga yung nangyari. Na parang I expanded my services, ganyan. And as I was scaling, ako lang mag-isa, sabi ko, okay, it's time to bring in people. So, to help me out. Which was yung mga first co-founders ko. And ayun, parang it was very organic. It was not na parang transition from social calendar up to an agency. It was more of like, oh, may potential to. And let's scale that. Parang ganun. Yun lang. I found an opportunity and then like nag-double down ako dun. Yun lang.
Siguro the gods above are saying, "Oy, hanggang ngayon parang wala pang direction to. Tong tao na to. Okay, bigyan natin." So
Binagsakan
parang
ako ng kliyente.
nilatagan ka ng nilatagan ka ng mga opportunities. So
Exactly.
ngayon, from the very humble beginnings of how 8 Media has started from a cold call. Right now, how is 8 Media? How are you doing? How are you doing in your business? How's the business doing?
Doing good naman, I'd say. I recently stepped down na from being CEO.
Wow.
Parang I hindi naman siya like big wow. Parang I saw din and yung COO ko during that time. Ngayon, si Bok, parang realize na parang it's better if siya yung magpatakbo ng business. And I agree. So, I passed the mantle na nga to him. And now I'm more focused on partnerships, more on finding clients, ganyan. And so far, okay naman. Like, we've had a couple of like big name clients I can't name kasi naka-NDA kami. Pero like, parang big clients na we've encountered during the past year, ganyan. Tapos right now, habol pa rin sa clients. Pero like, so far, it's been really fun for me. And yung important sa akin like, I want a business that's fun. And at the same time, yun nga, parang it's helping a lot of people and helping a lot of businesses. So far, so good naman. Kung gusto nila malaman kung sino yung mga kliyente namin, check niyo yung website namin, 8media.ph.
Yo, galing ng plug. Very smooth.
Plug ka.
Smooth like baby oil.
Okay. Diba?
But what was the why did Bok feel that you would function better, or he would be able to run it better? Well, let's say not better, but more
Better.
effectively. More efficient siguro. Why? What was the with that?
Ang pitfall ko as CEO is I'm more of like an external person. Parang mas nakafocus ako sa labas. Anong new opportunities to tap, like ano yung mga exciting technologies to parang try out in the business. Like, let's find more parang partner scaling, ganyan. Very, I'd say, I'd look parang beyond what we have today. Which is what parang the business doesn't need right now. Parang they need someone who's looking at today. And Bok is really effective at that. Really good at that, I'd say. Very good at parang managing the team. Very good at sa pagpukpok ng mga tao to align to like a specific vision. And yun yung pinakailangan ng company ngayon. So, agree ako dun na parang sige, parang ikaw na CEO. From there naman, I could focus more on yun nga, sina clients, sina partners, ganyan. Which is exactly like a good parang tulungan namin, parang good combo, I'd say.
Yeah. Actually, yung I think tamang decision. Kasi pag yung tinatanong kita, nung CEO ka pa, tinatanong kita, kamusta na yung ang lagi mong sagot, wala akong alam.
Exactly. And it's not,
kung hiring
may bagong
na
hire
kayo,
pala kami. Parang yan.
Laging sabi, hindi ko alam.
Yun nga. And yun nga yung pitfall. I'd say, parang aminado ko, I'm a good starting CEO. Like, I'm parang for like finding opportunities, ganyan, talking to people, for sale, blah, blah, blah. Pero
Mhm.
pagdating sa ngayon na ang laki na namin, parang dami ng tao sa business, dami ng tao sa
Yeah.
kumpanya, talagang may ima-manage ka na team, 'di na ako para diyan, parang gano'n.
So how's experience, if right now you have that experience of really growing a business from something small, from ilan lang kayo before, parang 5 lang kayo before. um
2, 3,
Dalawa,
3
tatlo,
lang kami.
o 'di ba? Even less than that. From that to right now, you're what? How many are you strong?
14 full-time,
14
tapos may mga
full time.
part-timers pa. Oo.
Oh, 'di ba? At how many years are you how many years have you been in
Since
operation?
2017 officially.
So from 2017, so in 7 years, growing from three people, from 3 man
Hmm.
strong, to 40 to 50 plus people. You know, what's your
Hmm.
tip or pro tip to people who wants to go towards that direction, where they want to, establish their own business, and and really grow it to that particular size or strength.
Isa sa na-realize ko, hindi mo kaya lahat. Kahit anong pilit mo, may mga bagay na hindi ka magaling.
Mm.
So, that's why you get the people who are really good at that to fill in the gaps dun sa skills mo. So, at the end of the day kasi, a business, a corporation, an organization is a group of people.
Mm.
And hindi yan pasan mo lang. Hindi ka lang mag-isa dyan. And the only way to scale a company, to move forward with something, is with the help of the rest of the team talaga. So, they're there to support you. Parang ganun.
Mm. In terms of how you do, well, baka company secret to, but
Mm.
but in terms of like how you market yourself, how you do marketing, because I would have to say how I would define, and I know that we have a very very same or very similar way to define marketing, and I know you even written a book,
Mm.
love at first sale. So
Mm.
you know uh, we define marketing as like something like dating, di ba? We always
Mm.
have that. We have ako, I always teach it to my students. Very first lesson, like ang lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila, do not look at marketing as just a concept of business or a business concept, but look at marketing as something that you see or you do in your everyday life. Like for example, dating.
Mm.
So which is a very, 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 it's a very distinct parallel between marketing and dating, kasi how we do dating is the same thing. We try to attract people, and then after that we
Mm.
engage with them, we have a conversation, we
Mm.
get to know more about them, we get to know more about each other, and then after that, pag nakuha mo na yung matamis na oo niya,
Mm.
you will continue, you will be consistent
Mm.
with what you're doing, so that
Mm.
they'll be happy and all that. So for for 8 Media, how did you do your marketing? How was your strategy when it came to marketing 8 Media to get clients or to get people to go to 8 Media?
I'd say parang the way we marketed was the same as like our understanding of marketing din in general, and how we serve our clients, and our philosophy din of
Mm,
marketing, which is, in summary ng lahat-lahat yan, it's just trust. Parang it's a
mm,
matter of trust. Parang for us kasi marketing is about, in summary, building trust.
mm,
Lahat ng sinasabi natin dati yung parang dating, ganyan. How do you build trust parang as a faceless organization, as a business, as a brand, as a faceless organization? How do you build trust with an individual, someone who thinks, feels, and parang uh, understands na there are many options out there
mm,
for me to choose from. Um, That's the way we do marketing. It's the same way we get our clients talaga. It's establishing trust with our clients. And from there talaga, or gulong lagi siya sa amin na parang ang main source of clients namin is word of mouth, referrals, basically. Parang we've built enough trust with our clients na kaya na nila kaming i-refer. Parang simple as that. We want to move beyond that. We want to do something else na parang hindi lang referrals yung pinanghawakan namin, pero at the same time it's the number one talaga na nakakuha kami ng clients. Parang number one way na we're getting clients.
Do you think that do you think it's limiting it's would limit your capabilities like right now you're getting clients pero what if di ba what if at the same time pero kayong opportunity to get a client pero competitor sila, so how would you
In what way?
kasi like for example let's say makukuha mo si diba close let's say makukuha mo si GCash. Let's say makukuha mo si GCash. Pero, si Maya, they're also looking for a marketing agency. So, there's an opportunity there. So, how do you think you would, how would you think you would solve that particular problem when it comes to your company or your business? Kasi ngayon, ito lang yung mga clients nyo. Yes, you do have that kind. You get what I mean? Diba? Parang, hindi lang naman si GCash yung clients nyo eh. At that particular industry, marami pang businesses. So paano? Or a lot of companies in that particular industry, but they offering the same thing. So that means they're a direct competitor with each other. So paano yun?
What we look at talaga number one is client market. Client agency fit. Parang do we work well with them? Do we align pagdating sa vision, pagdating sa how we do marketing? Yun yung number one na tinitingnan namin. And once we're able to get someone from that industry, for example, very thin na yung line. Like whether we could get someone close to them or someone competing with them or an entirely different parang subset of that industry. Parang ganun yung tinitingnan namin. Kasi at the end of the day, we are parang a boutique agency. Like we focus on clients that we want to work with talaga. So, yun yung tinitingnan number one.
Oo nga, naalala ko nga pala, ni-reject nyo yung
Sige.
Ayoko na. Ladies and gentlemen, ganun po sila kalakas.
Ang saya.
Na ganun sila. Meron silang client tapos after a lot of back and forth, na-annoy na na-frustrate na si Mr. Gerald Castillo at sabi niya, wag niyo ituloy yan.
Di naman sa gano'n. Hindi ko naman sinabi na wag na ituloy.
Okay. How did you say it? How was it like?
We tried our best to align.
Okay.
Ganun siya.
But?
At the end pero hindi nagkaigi. So, we had to, parang jowa. Like, like, hindi na nag-align. It's not working out. We need to see other people. Simple as that. Ganun. Like, again, we're in the business of helping out businesses. So, if ayaw mo magpatulong, edi wala kami magagawa. Wala kami magagawa. Parang ganun. Simple as that naman. No hard feelings naman sa mga businesses na ganun. Kasi, yun nga, it doesn't work out. And it's the reality naman of running an agency. There are clients na don't fit well with what you're trying to do or like how you're trying to help them. Yun.
And that's what I love about Eight Media and how I know that you run the business. It's all about helping people talaga. It's all about having that heart for them to grow. You're not just looking to grow yourself, but one of your goals really is to help and grow other businesses as much as possible as you can. Even though it is kumbaga kahit nalugi ka, pero tutulungan mo pa rin. Ang ganun.
Kasi yun nga yung pinanghawakan ko eh. Like, that's the reason why I started the business. That's the reason why I love entrepreneurship. It's because yung parang big idea ko here is like entrepreneurs, businesses create solutions nga to people's problems. If you could build a solution for every problem, better society, better world. Very Miss Universe, pero ganun yung naisip ko. So, I'm doing my part na yung business ko tumutulong sa gantong problema. Simple as that.
So let's say you have merong business, merong business that needs your help, pero they don't have the budget to do it. Would you still help them? How would you help them?
Ano naman, parang we try our best to adjust to their budget. Very flexible kami. Ganun. And at the same time, if hindi kami mag-workout, for example, sa budget, we try our best pa rin parang to give like consultations, free services, ganyan, audits. Parang we do what we can talaga to deliver at their, parang kung ano yung resources lang na kaya nila makommit. Simple as that. Yun.
And that's why I love 8 Media. So everyone who's watching or who's going to watch this, eto na, 8 Media na yung
okay.
for marketing.
Thanks Professor Carlo. Thanks Sir Carlo.
Speaking of being a professor, dapat maging professor ka na, 'di ba? Kasi you're freer.
Pass.
You're freer.
Pass.
'Di ba? Pass. Meron dati ang sabi mo wala kang oras para doon.
Bakit? Hindi ba ako pwede mag-double down sa paghanap ng kliyente? Hindi ba ako pwede mag-double down sa paghanap ng partners?
But what if being a professor will allow you to get more clients? Because why? Okay, let me tell you why. Sino ba yung mga anak nung anak yun ng mga business owners, isipin mo. Every term, right? Every term I receive, let's say I have 3 classes, 3 sections. That means 40, tapos nag-overload pa yun. So 45 students per class. Out of that 45 students, so that means 100. Oh, 135. Tama ba? Kaya ako nag-marketing kasi hindi ako magaling sa marketing.
Sige, walang problema. Sponsor mo naman yung master's pati PhD ko, diba?
Di ba hindi namang nakakailangan? Because all it needs is for you to have 6 years of being of a high, of a CEO role to get in. Nakapasok ka na before eh. Sumablay ka lang ng konti eh. Ilang months lang yung sinablay mo doon? 3 months lang.
Isang buwan.
Isang buwan. Diba? 1 month. Sumablay ka lang ng 1 month. Nakapasok ka ni. Diba? Okay ni.
Ayoko.
So ngayon, pwede na kasi wala eh. Tapos na I think you're more than ilang years na. Diba? So, pwede na. I mean, isipin mo, yun din yung mga ginagawa mo. Every time I get you as a mentor, as to help me mentor the thesis mentees, nandun ka pa rin. And you had a lot of ang dami mong contributions that really help. Isipin mo kung what if, what if, kung ikaw na sarili mo yun, di ba? Mas marami pa yun for sure. Tapos isipin mo rin.
Mag-meeting na ako in a bit. So, putulin na natin.
Isipin mo rin to. Diba? Isipin mo, every time that you have a thesis and you have a thesis group, right? They work for a business. Then meron silang company rep that you will directly speak with. Why not? I know you're seeing that opportunity as how I'm seeing it. Isipin mo,
Okay.
how many groups you get per term? Three groups. And then that's not all. You get what? Two you have you can sit in two pieces defense as a panel. So that means in essence you're getting five clients per term if ever. So let's say out of that five, two of them or three of them, actually requires the help of a marketing agency. Imagine that. Imagine the possibilities, my friend.
Okay, pag-isipan ko.
Yeah. So I'm gonna welcome you back in the group chat.
No thanks. Pero pag-isipan ko, sige, thank you.
Diba?
Pag-isipan ko po.
Pag-isipan mo mabuti yun. It's an opportunity. It's a possibility.
Okay. Sige. Time
So
out
with
na.
that,
Magmi-meeting na ako.
With that, we'll end here. And we'll see you again next week. No. Next week, no? Tama.
Every 2 weeks.
Every week, yeah. So next week. So we'll
Okay.
see each other again next week. St. John Baptist. Ay, sorry. Sorry, ganun yung ending ko lagi, closing ko sa class ko. I'll see you. See you everyone. So thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everyone. See you again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.